Hello, it's Concord Wind. I prayed last night for God to help me with my duty, give me some inspiration for my duty, God, and lead me in my duty. And, I just want Him to take control. And, um, God is very unexpected. And the only thing I've had on my mind and the only thing that's inspired me to speak has been to talk about a coffee replacement that I found. Um, it's the Flow Blend Nootropic, and I've done research on this. It's third party lab tested and everything, but their pouches come in spearmint, wintergreen, and cherry. And this isn't sponsored or anything. And just to prove that, like looking at the ingredients, it's got alpha GPC, worthless, UMP5, worthless. L-theanine might be worth something, and Rosea, which is primarily what I'm getting these pouches for, because these other ingredients don't really do anything. But the Rosea is very effective. I've been doing research. I was going to spend over $100 on adaptogenic mushroom extract, like supplement capsules. But like I discovered that those mushrooms are worthless. They are not a coffee replacement. The reason why I felt a calm, steady energy from the Optogen HP was because of the Rosea. That is the primary ingredient that makes you feel a calm, steady energy. It takes away your anxiety. It wakes you up, and since these are pouches, which I'm going to get capsules too. I am going to get capsules as well. And Momentous, I think, or Monumentus is the brand that's like sports certified, third party lab tested. I'm gonna get those, and they're pretty cheap. They're a lot cheaper than these pouches. For 5 cans, it's like over $50. And you don't have to get 5 cans. I mean, 20 pouches in a can would last a pretty good while. But it wouldn't last a whole month. So, but depending on when you get paid, you can. If you get paid every 2 weeks, then it should be fine. You can just get another can after 2 weeks is up. But if you get paid once a month like me, then you got to get the 5-pack. So yeah, since these are pouches, the effects are more immediate. So, because coffee is pretty quick, and you want to wake up as soon as you can when you wake up in the morning, right? When you get up in the morning, you want to wake up as soon as you can. You want to be alert as soon as you possibly can. Like, so the quicker you get that alertness, the better. And these work pretty fast, and it is a calm energy. It's like it makes you awake enough that you wouldn't be able to go back to bed, and yet you're relaxed and you don't have anxiety or jitters. And so that's what's cool about this ingredient in particular. And I don't know about this brand. I'm not necessarily saying I support this brand. I don't know. I mean, they seem to be, third party lab tested from what Gemini has said. But it says it says a bunch of like stuff about these simple and powerful ingredients, alpha GPC, and then it talks about alpha GPC. Like, I don't think alpha GPC does anything, and if it does do anything at all, it would have to build up in your system, and the effects are not immediate. And we live in a I want it now culture. And then UMP5, or uridium monophosphate, definitely doesn't have immediate effects. I know that for sure. L-theanine actually might have immediate effects. And then the Rosea has immediate effects. So those are the only two ingredients worth anything in this product. Not that the alpha GPC and UMP5 aren't useful over the long term, possibly, which we don't even know for sure. I mean, I don't know if there's been enough studies done on these ingredients to know if they're actually beneficial over the long term, but they have the potential to be beneficial over the long term. But Rhodiola, Rosea, and L-theanine are proven to have immediate results after taking them, similar to coffee, but without the jitters, without the anxiety. So, and caffeine makes me throw up. I mean, it didn't make me throw up this morning for some reason, but it is very strange how caffeine makes me throw up. Well, it's not that strange. That's a known symptom of CVS. Caffeine is a known trigger for CVS, which is cyclical vomiting syndrome. So it's actually not that weird. But CVS is weird. It's not a well understood disease. And so I guess God just wanted me to share with you guys. I'm going to be taking a replacement for coffee. I'm going to be quitting coffee completely, quitting caffeine. And I'm going to be taking these pouches and the pills, I guess, Actually, I don't know if I'm going to get the pills now that I think about it, because I don't know what the point would be in taking the pills, because I'll have the pouches that work a lot faster, and I could take like 2 a day. And I think, that's about, I'm not sure how many milligrams that bottle was. Let me look it up real quick, because I'm not sure. Yeah, so here's the momentous. Oh man, there we go. So it's reasonably priced, and it is 100 milligrams. The pouches are 50 milligrams a piece. So yeah, I was right on the money. Like, hit the nail right on the head. 2 pouches a day would be the equivalent, and I would feel the effects immediately. So really, I think I'm probably just going to get the pouches, to be honest. Because I'm just worried that it's not really third-party lab tested, because I didn't see anything on the website about it being third-party lab tested. That's just what Gemini said, and Gemini can make mistakes. But I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of money to spend on something you're unsure about, And at least if I got the pills, I'd have a backup in case the pouches didn't work. You know what I mean? So it's just expensive, because $56 plus $20, $76. That's as much as the Optogen HP. I mean, I could just get the Optogen HP at that point. I mean, it's like, but the Optogen HP has ashwagandha, which I'm trying to stay away from, because it's supposedly bad for the kidneys. But it's usually only bad for the kidneys for people who are like susceptible to kidney issues, like people who already have problems with their kidneys. Usually healthy adults have no problem taking ashwagandha, but I mean, ashwagandha doesn't really do anything for me anyways. I mean, I don't really feel anything from it. I mean, I feel I guess I feel a little bit of something, but it's so mild, and it's so like, the Rhodiola Rosea is so much better. It is so much better. Because I noticed I would take the Optogen HP, and I thought the ashwagandha is what was making me feel good from it. So I would take, ashwagandha by itself, and I wouldn't feel any better. And I'd be like, maybe it's not ashwagandha, or maybe it's peaking. It's like, the limit for how good I can feel on it has been reached. So I don't know. Um, yeah, I guess that's it. That shouldn't be it. I wish I could read God's words. I mean, I just don't know what to read. Like we've talked about everything. I mean, if you want to learn about God's words, go through my old videos, watch my old videos. You know, because those are really great. And my YouTube channel has more sermons posted than my TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, check out my YouTube channel, Warm Love Ministries. And if you're on Rumble, check out my YouTube channel, Warm Love Ministries. I know Rumble and TikTok don't like for people to try to, get you off of their platform. But YouTube's where I started. So obviously it's got the most videos, and Rumble has like Rumble and TikTok have some of my most important videos, but not all of my videos. And so I mean, I guess you could, equip yourself with enough truth just from the videos available on Rumble and TikTok. But if you want the full collection, YouTube's where it's at. Even though YouTube sucks, but whatever. And if you have YouTube Premium, bonus, you don't have ads. But if you have Rumble Premium, then, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, Rumble's, a pretty good platform, but at least they give small creators a chance on Rumble. But, all my albums, which the Make You Happy album kind of sucks, and the Make You Happy album extras kind of sucks. They're just really low quality, recorded with a phone and stuff. But the albums before that, are okay. I mean, some of them are inappropriate because I wrote them while I was in psychosis. Some of the songs, really, not entire albums, just some of the songs were inappropriate. I can only think of 2 songs, or maybe 4 songs, all together in my whole discovery or discography, however you pronounce that. Like, I can only think of like 4 songs that are inappropriate that I've released. But I keep them up, because it's just like a reminder of where I came from, And it's a testimony of where I came from, too, because to be who I am today and to be who I was before, it's like a big difference, And I'll be releasing a new song today. I finished it last night, and I'll be releasing it today. I've got the video for it and everything, so it's ready to upload. Yeah, so I'll be uploading that very soon. And so I guess that's it for updates. Yeah, thank you for watching. God bless and goodbye.